Hey guys, so today we're going to be making this really cute, affordable, removable quick weave that takes less than minutes. So if you want to see how I achieve this style, then keep watching. Okay, so the hair that we're going to be using is Outre's Brazilian Boutique, which is a human hair blend, 3 bundles and 1 closure. And y'all, it was a steal deal. So we're going to be using the color DR 27613 and it is in the style Virgin Sleek Press. So first things first, you want to go ahead and protect your mannequin, or if you're doing this on your own head, put some plastic down because we are gluing. And so I have a line drawn on the cap and we're going to match up our closure with that line. This is a pre-measured line that I measured on her head. And so you're literally going to slide the closure down, and you want to slide it a little bit before the cap just so that it lays nice and flat when you finish. I'm going to sew the closure down, so this is why I'm using T-pins to hold the closure in place, and it just makes everything easier. Now for the most important part, you want to take your needle and thread and go underneath the cap and into the closure for the first thread. So you're going to wrap it around and double knot it, and then you're going to continue this process, but for the second and the rest of the threads, you do not have to go through the cap. You're going to sew on top of the cap. You want to make sure that the lace is flat, and that's why you see me holding down the closure, because if you have any bubbles or space in between, it's going to show on your part and it's going to be bulky. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, holding down my closure and taking the needle through the cap and the closure. And then for the second thread, I'm going to just sew the closure on top of the cap. Here's a closer view of what I'm doing, and I forgot to mention that you need to sew the sides of the closure first before sewing up the back, and that means that you'll sew the left side and then the right side and close up the back last, just so you don't have any bubbles. Here you can see how I have that lace pulled forward above the closure. So literally this part is super easy and very repetitive. Measure, cut, glue, dry. Repeat the same process. One tip that I do have for you guys is to make sure you're holding down that lace with the glue on it until it's stable, and you want to press it in so that the glue can dry onto the cap. You're then going to reinforce it with your blow dryer on cool, and this will ensure that that track stays on. This was my first time trying the gluing method, and I will say that it gets easier, and each track you get better and better at it. So the process is really repetitive, therefore it's really simple, and throughout the video I'm going to share my suggestions on how to make this process even easier, and so you don't run into any issues that I had. One thing that helped me make this process less messy is to do it in sections, meaning I would hold down the first piece, make sure that it's dry, and then continue on with the second piece, and therefore I wouldn't have to hold the entire track at one time, and it just made it really clean. Now if you do get glue on your hands, it's a rubber substance, so it rubs right off. This is what we're looking like after one bundle, and no matter how tempted you are, do not comb through those tracks because you do not want to yank them off. The glue is not completely cured yet. So moving along, we have in 2 bundles, and we're going to close off the rest of this wig. Like I said, it's really repetitive, but here you can see the process a little bit closer. Okay, so for the last 2 tracks, we're going to close off the top, and you want to make sure you do it in that round motion just like the closure, so you can have it clean and none of your tracks will be showing. Now is the time you can finally brush her out after you've let it dry, and 2 hours is recommended, but you know, you can probably do an hour. And so here I'm just laying off the tracks and it's looking really good. We're going to take off the plastic, but first you got to remember those T-pins that we placed in the cap, and it's really easy to come off. Don't be afraid to pull off that plastic. This is the inside of the wig, and I forgot to show on camera, but I cut off the black cap that was underneath the closure so that you could see that lace. And now it's time to customize this part because it is too thin, honey. To customize the part, it's really simple. I'm just going to use my tweezers as a guideline to pull that hair out of the lace. And you want to be careful because you don't want to put a hole in the lace. You cannot fix a hole, and so you literally just pull gently, or you know, there's different methods to plucking, so however you pluck your wigs, pluck. Here's the before and after, and you can see how much more natural plucking made this part. Well guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And y'all, I really enjoyed this hair. It's like a yaki texture, 22 inches, and I paid around $20 for it. It was really affordable. Vincent decided to come downstairs while we was working, so we thought we would throw a little hair on him too. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and subscribe. Thanks for watching.